Welcome to Honest Whispers Preview for Sale. On this video, I'll be previewing Ame-Comi Heroine-Series minifigures Series 2 Wonder Woman minifigure, released by DC Direct on May 18th, 2011. This figure is a little bit taller than 6 inches. She is a bit elevated off the ground, maybe about a 1/4 inch, and you can see that her ponytail adds about a give or take close to about 1/2 inch. So I would say approximately 6¼ inches tall. Designed by Fletcher, sculpted by Greenwell. And I'm going to go over 6 different categories to preview this. First category is design. Pretty much covers the concept, the look, and the pose. And the pose is pretty much a simple one. She is kind of standing to her side, looking to her left. Now, as you can see here, and holding the sword with the right hand, which does come detached, and she does come with the base, simple black round base. Overall, simple nice design, simple nice look and pose, looks pretty good overall. But when you really look at her left hand or left arm, it's kind of in an awkward position. It's not really a natural position. To me, it kind of looks like she's giving like a hand signal, or she's maybe slightly bracing herself. And the thing is, if you try to copy this pose yourself, you're going to notice how very straining it is to kind of twist your arm so that your fist, or at least the bottom part of your fist, is kind of showing to the outside. So it's kind of a awkward pose. Other than that, the way she looks, kind of looking to the side, standing to the side, and everything looks great. Overall look of the armor and everything, because this is more of like a anime comic book type of look, so trying to be unbiased, the costume itself looks great. Nice design, and they did make a comic book out of this. These designs later down the road, when they pretty much produced pretty much all of them, there was a limited series. So the design, look, concept, it's not bad. If I could change something, I would definitely change the left arm, although it could look kind of, I guess, kind of cute, because it looks like she's kind of raising like a cat's paw a little bit. So give or take whatever you want to make it up as, it still works. And that's why I give the design score a pretty high 8 out of 10. Next category is sculpting. Pretty much covers the details, the quality of the sculpt, and the molding. And as you can see with her hair, very nicely done. I really like the high ponytail as well, the way it kind of curls and everything. It does kind of get a little bit weird in the middle right there. It looks like, to me, kind of like rolled up dough that's painted black. Doesn't look as natural. I think it could look better if it was a little bit more simpler. Details on the armor, her costume, everything is nicely done. Proportions with her face, nose, arms, even the fingers, as you can see, very nice details. Again, closer look at the armor, and then even her sword, you could see very intricate details from the handle to the side of the sword, which looks like wings. And then her skirt, nice natural flowing, which is more kind of like a loincloth. And then her boots are very cool. You got the little shin armor there, buckles in the back, which is pretty nice detail. And then even the wings on the back of the heels, those are also pretty nicely detailed as well. Otherwise, can't really see much mistakes, especially something for this small. I kind of saw something here on the edge of the sword, or it just looked a little bit bumpy. Right here on the bracelets, it's pretty much hard to see, and you have to look very closely at it. Otherwise, I mean, they're very minor flaws here and there. Another thing too here is the faceplate. Her right cheek one just seems a little bit thicker than the left cheek one. Very minor, something only I'm just trying to look for any kind of flaws. And then the point right here at the tiara, at the top point, looks a little dulled out. Kind of has a little, looks like it has a little bump in it rather than a nice sharp point. So sculpting overall, especially for this size, is pretty good. Quality is good. I give the sculpting score a near perfect 9 out of 10. Next category is colors. Pretty much covers the accuracy of the colors, the quality of the paint application. And it is pretty much close to the prototype as you see here pictured on the boxes. Nice vibrant colors. Pretty much matches Wonder Woman's classic or traditional costume. You got the imprinted stars on the skirt or loincloth, armor, and even the sword just pretty much matches the theme. This is definitely a different look, so trying to critique this unbiased, being, you know, just with the unbiased with the design. Colors overall looks great. It is matte finish, so you don't see anything like a nice extra shine or like a gloss finish to it. Paint application overall is great. Now you could see all the stars, the lines. You do see some bleeding here, which I'm trying to focus on the gold, which still, because it's consistent, doesn't really look that bad. Actually, it's painted like as if it's supposed to kind of run over the border. The lines are very straight. Not much bleeding. Maybe slightly right there you could see some red on the tip. Beyond that, it's nice straight lines. My only issue here is her eyes. The placement of the eyes are good, but then it looks like her right eye, her right pupil, is slightly bigger than her left eye. And then if you look at the black dots, this one's the right eye is a little bit more in the middle, while hers is more on the top side. So it kind of gives her a slightly googly-eyed look. Now I looked at all the items. They pretty much they've been all painted the same way. Even if you look at other examples online, you'll see different examples with the eye issue like that. So that's why I give the color score an above average 7 out of 10. Next category is packaging. Pretty much covers the design, the look, and the functionality of the packaging. And as you can see, this is a 4-color window box with the flap. Nice big window that's folded from top to bottom, so you could see pretty much the top and the front. And then you have some sample pictures on the side, different angles, different sizes, one large one from the front. And then you have the back right here with all the preview, either pre-released figures that was released before this, or figures that's coming soon, which is already out now. And on the bottom is the UPC code. Packaging pretty nice overall. It's very consistent with all the other packages that in the same line. The flap is okay. I could probably well, if it was a bigger box, I would definitely like it without the flap really doesn't get in the way. And the good thing about these flaps that's kind of pretty much flat against the back or part of it is that you could use a pin and then hang these on the wall, and when you hang them they kind of stay flat against the wall as well. So it's pretty nice way to kind of decorate or display your figure without opening or taking up pretty much any space. So I give the packaging score a perfect 10 out of 10. Next category is value. Pretty much covers the suggested retail price versus the aftermarket price, or suggested retail price and aftermarket price versus quality. Now right now this thing is pretty much sold out, released 9 years ago, and when I originally bought it, honestly I can't remember. I just know it's around $9.99, between $9.99 and $12.99. So it wasn't that expensive. Right now I do have it listed and selling it for $25, which is the lowest right now on eBay. The next cheapest is a used one, which that is listed at $29.99, and then another new one at around $49.99. So it definitely has some aftermarket value. Now, due to the design that's not really traditional, that's not really shown in comics, although they did make a comic adaptation later on, still, the point I'm trying to get at is that there's not too many demand for this type of the Ame-Comi series. So definitely could have had a higher aftermarket value, but for about 9 years or 10, yeah, 9 years or close to 10, to have it at least double in value, which is not bad, but definitely could have been more. That's why I give the value score very high, 8 out of 10. Final category is overall. Pretty much accumulates to 5 prior categories: design, sculpting, colors, packaging, and value. And for a minifigure, this is definitely nice. Doesn't take up too much space. Again, the base really is about 2.5 inches. So, but of course with the sword sticking out, I might take another, like maybe an inch. Although it looks like the prototype base is much bigger if you look at it compared to the actual base it comes with. So doesn't take up too much space, nice details for something this size, posable and or displayable in many different angles. Pretty much can't go wrong with it if you're a huge Wonder Woman fan. But at the same time, because the average Wonder Woman fan would probably be looking for something more traditional, costume and look wise, but otherwise the anime look is pretty nice. So I give the overall score a high solid 8 out of 10. So to recap: design 8 out of 10, sculpting 9 out of 10, colors 7 out of 10, packaging 10 out of 10, value 8 out of 10, and overall 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Until next time, continue reading the King James Version Bible and eat your vitamin C's daily.